Guys, thank you for joining us today on the live stream. So we've got a very special guest in the studio today. Prashant is here from Spheron, and great to have you here today, bro. And yeah, for everyone watching, Any of the GROT community will know what this live stream is about. For anyone that isn't watching, anyone that isn't in the community, this is basically a partnership announcement between GROT and Spheron, and we're going to go over what Spheron is and how we're going to benefit each other in the partnership and how it's going to be best for both projects moving forward. So yeah, great to have you in the studio today.
Thank you, JR, and happy to be partners down the line, building amazing products.
Cool. So for anyone that might not know you on the live stream, do you want to introduce yourself, introduce Spheron, kind of what do you guys do? What do you specialize in?
Yeah, sure, man. So we basically specialize in GPUs. So imagine is like so GPU is like in the talk in the town. It's been like for the past many years, like at least for the past 2 years. A lot of companies have been building in the GPU space. But before that itself, like Spheron has been diving around very core niche into like GPU space, which is like more on a decentralized cloud network side, where how these GPUs, which we see around the globe, lying idle, doing nothing, can be combined together and power something great, right? So that's what Spheron basically does, and that's what the Spheron niche is in the network side, where we basically combine the idle computing power capacity to one place and allow end user and developers and products and protocols like you to access it seamlessly and be the part of the decentralized journey. Like instead of just giving all the money to somebody like AWS's or Azure's, like you just give the money to the community who is providing the computing power. So that's what basically Spheron does, and the niche of the Spheron is all altogether. I think you're on mute, JR.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you say publicly how much you've spent building the company so far, Spheron?
Uh, so like years wise, it's gonna be like around 4 years, around like it's more than now 4 years because it is started long back. We pivoted in multiple directions. We tried to build first because our core focus has always been is to make infrastructure more accessible and easier. And the infrastructure has to be powered by community. Or else, like whatever we are building today, it's gonna just Web 2 version of Web 3. So that's what I call it. It's like you just need tag it with Web 3, it becomes Web 3. This is not what Web 3 was supposed to. And to make it more decentralized, permissionless, and do all of the stuff, you need to have a decentralized infrastructure. And there are other protocol also like who have been doing amazing in the storage and all of these places. But this is what our story has been like. It's been around 4 years into infrastructure
Yeah.
and
No, in
alone in Web3
regards,
infrastructure.
what's that? Sorry.
Alone in infrastructure, like just 4 years plus in Web3 infra.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, perfect. So just the audience as well. So basically, obviously, GROT, where we're at the moment is we're currently doing massive community building activities daily. We've got multiple things going on in the community. We're 2,000 person strong community at the moment. Literally been going for about 13 days. We've recently built a sniper bot, one of the fastest sniper bots on Solana. We've got over 230 people actively using it daily at the moment. We only really pushed it out within the last 72 hours. Everything is really driven behind the community driven, which is amazing. And obviously this partnership, which is just going to kind of catapult us and other things that we've got
Yep.
going on as well. And one thing that we're doing, which I think is going to be a massive game changer, and this is where Spheron comes in, is we're going to be building our own version of Dex Screener, but it's going to be a combination of obviously Dex Screener, CoinMarketCap, easier to use, basically more user friendly. It's going to have more on it for like newbies coming into crypto, like the educational side of things, and also the data is going to be a lot better. Like anyone that uses Dex Screener, the data isn't always completely; it's a bit slow. So yeah, Prashant, do you want to kind of go over just in simple terms, like for the community, how obviously the GPUs and everything from your side of the company can help with obviously what we're building in terms of our own version of like Dex Screener?
Yeah, I think on the GPU side, it's quite straightforward, right? So you need to process millions and trillions of data points. You need a lot of powerful GPUs. You cannot just rely on like simply running on CPUs or anything like that. And I believe like you guys also mentioned that you guys are working on a lot of this intelligence part, which is going to be like far better than disk screener in terms of what you guys are building. In
Mm.
that case, GPU is going to play a very vital role because if you don't have, imagine this way, like you have a Ferrari with you, but that engine of Ferrari is of some sedan or some normal car, which is out there. So outside, it is going to look like Ferrari, but the inside, once you start driving it, it won't even like make you feel like it's a Ferrari, right?
Mm.
So it's the same concept applies to any of this infrastructure space as well. So even whatever infra you are building or whatever you guys will be building down the line, imagine putting those beautiful things in something which doesn't work or moves very slow, and then imagine just putting that same thing into the place where it just flies. So that's what I would say. What it's gonna like bring on the table for your community also is that what they're gonna see more powerful input, more powerful data processing, more powerful GPUs. And the best part about us working with us is very simple: is that we work with like most of the data centers globally, like some of the top data centers globally as we speak. So even if let's say GROT community requires to scale thousands of GPUs, right? So you don't have to look for any other partners in this space to like scale. You have Spheron with you. We can help you to procure, scale at way cost-effective measure, like way possible than what anyone will be doing it. And then since it's a community initiative, it also aligns with us because what we entail and what we um, process and on our side is basically and support is the community initiatives. And with that said, is like even let's say if you guys go ahead and stakes Spheron token today on our enterprise grade machines, you get 10% discount. We can bring those discounts to the GROT community as well, where you just don't just save money on GPUs, but you can also save money on the services which we offer. Like you don't have to like pay additional services and tons of other things which comes along with that. So a lot of value addition which can be done, like frankly speaking, on terms of around the GPUs. Apart from that, let's say if you are adding intelligence, right? Let's say,
Mm.
hey, you know what? I want to build a disk screener in more of a intelligent way, right? Rather than typing something and looking everything manually from my side. So, for example, I'll
Mm.
give a very classic scenario. If I go to disk screener today, and if I ask you, is like, tell me what is the market cap of Spheron today. So you're going to scroll and then you are going to find it out, right? And
Mm.
you are going to see that sidebar of disk cleaner. Or let's say I want to see is like is the who is the new buyer who got or what was the buy volume of something like that. It's always question driven. If I want to make that in a more natural language way, how are you going to do that? You are going to require a lot of AI compute like AI power like to come in. And AI
Mm.
is the GPUs. Like, so you need to host models, you need to consume models, you need to run something, and that's where we are going to be supporting you guys to ensure like it happens.
So will you be able to speak to it as well? So like someone could literally say if it's on their phone, they could speak to it, or is
Yeah,
it more?
why
Yeah,
not? Why not?
that's
So
crazy.
if what you guys like, you can literally like while you are walking on the streets, while you are doing the thing, like tons of other thing, you can just keep doing that. So for example, and once you guys will build it, we'll be more than happy to integrate with one of our side project or side hustle, you can call it. We have been just working on that. Is like we wanted to enable perps and spot decks and trading and everything,
Mm.
more super intelligence kind of a thing, which is called Myra.fun, MYRA.fun fun. If anyone
Mm.
wants to go ahead and check out, please check out. I can also drop referral here for your community to like sign up and
Yeah,
enjoy.
send me the link. I'll
And
put it in the description of the videos. Then they can
yeah,
try it out. What's that? Basically, a
yeah.
perps.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like perhaps on a steroid. So let's say if I ask you, hey, very simple logical thing, right? So if I ask you, go to Twitter today, and open a long position on GRODT. Imagine if it is listed on pubs.
Yeah.
There is no other way for, let's say, influential people like you, like many other in this space, to show a support to a project and their community that, hey, you know what? I'm also aligned with you. I'm also aping into this project, and I can do it
Mm.
socially. I don't have to do it, hide it, my wallets and hide it, a lot of things. You can go in and check it out. Here I'm taking my position. And what this bot basically does, it essentially goes ahead and places your order in that particular, like for example, we integrated Aster, so whatever is listed on Aster, like you can literally go and like
Mm.
do long, short, and do all of those stuff just by using Twitter. Like you don't have to be anywhere else. Now imagine the same thing you get integrated in your site. Like it's just going to open up a lot of thing for everyone. So that's where we can add a lot of innovation also, like from Spheron perspective to you guys,
Mm.
to give your community to more ways to leverage the tech and more ways to connect it to our integrated ecosystem.
Mm.
I've dropped. I don't have a connection here to drop my Miner.fund link, but I've just given in your TG so that you can just forward it in your community
Cool.
if anyone wants to try it out. It is going to require referral code, and I have only 100 with me, so I'm just
I'll
gonna
post
send
that in
one.
the.
I'm just gonna send you. You can just pass it on to your community if your community wants it. But it's
Yeah,
fun. It's free
100%.
to use. It's free to use. Nothing like that. Just attach like fun around the community. Tag people. Like do long, do short. Compete on leaderboard. See which Twitter account is doing what. Um, and it will be fun.
Cool. I'm just going to post it in the comments, and then I'll basically put. Do you want me to put it? Should I just put it in the description at the end of the video? Because I can put the. One sec. So, what would you compare this platform to? Obviously, I haven't had a look at it yet. What would you compare it to?
Um, So far, I think Clanker, BankerBot tried to do it on base, and they are currently like doing that on base, but not very heavy as it is because it is more of a social experiment.
Yeah.
While they are not doing that in that way, so it's like more of a social experiment, enabling more intelligence-driven trading ecosystem with a social framework. So that's what it's gonna be. But
Mm.
it's in early days. We are still figuring it out. We're still talking to like a lot of amazing folks, pitching them. And when I heard about you guys, like what you guys are building, I thought like, it could be a very interesting use case for us to plug that in. Just imagine
Yeah.
it, like you have one side you have a lot of this data which is flowing in, and on the
Mm.
other side you have my.fun using which you can just connect this data to, and then suddenly you
Mm.
start trading your agents, right? You can start like posting long, short, do a lot of amazing stuff, Iron, not only via terminal, but also via your social media accounts
Mm.
as well. So yeah, that's the whole idea of it. Again, it's something we just wanted to give it to community to have fun. And this is
Yeah.
what they have.
Okay, amazing. I'm going to check that out after the live stream. That sounds really good. Do you know what? I'm also really interested to get your insights on the market, where you think we're going, how you think it's going to change, in your opinion, what potentially the next narrative might be as well. Because you're obviously like massively involved in the tech side, the building side in the space. And you're seeing things from an AI perspective as well, because AI is like a massive narrative, and it's only going to get bigger as well. So, what's your kind of thoughts on the market, like the next 3 to 6 months, or even the next kind of 3 months? What do you see happening?
I think market is gonna go crazy up like from here because what we have been seeing is like a lot of money has been flowing into basically institutional funds like ETFs, and all this money has been flown into BTC, ETH, and all of these. Most of the like rally has happened in these top 100 and top, not even top 100. I would say like so there are only few projects who were able to like pull it off quite well, but many are still like in a early phase of the euphoria cycle which we have seen earlier, right? I still remember like last bull cycles were crazy insane. Like so whenever
Mm.
BTC was running, like at a certain point BTC gonna stop running, and that's the point when we see that money is gonna be like flowing back into alts. The reason because very simple is that everyone whosoever wants to come into crypto, they don't come here but just for making $10 profit, right? So they want to, everyone just trying to come to crypto like to enjoy the internet capital which is being formed around, right?
Mm.
Or the global capital which is being accrued around. So for $10 profit, nobody's going to be like everyone just wants to become as wealthy as possible down the line by engaging themselves in this early tech innovation, whichever is happening. But I'm quite bullish on the AI segment, again, AI and GPU. The reason is because very simple. Um, whatever you do, whatever you will do, like anyone will do, it will come down to how intelligent your system is going to be, right?
Mm.
Either it is DeFi, either it is trade Fi or whatever Fi you just use it, right? So at certain point of time, all of these things will be powered by AI. And if it
Mm.
is going to be powered by AI, so obviously the most of the companies who are building the AI or aligning themselves more into the GPU side. The reason I'm saying GPU side is because these because AIs are nothing but it's a model. So like, it's like a brain which needs a body to run. So for
Mm.
that brain to run, the body is GPU. So that GPU requires like that brain alone is it can't do anything. You have to put it into
Yeah.
GPUs. So the moment, so it's a very good, nice combination of GPUs and AI, like where it basically resonates. And most of these companies will have a lot of demand kicking. Even at Spheron, like we have been doing amazing in terms of like token demand for like utilizing all of the GPUs. Like most of our early users still using our token to lease out GPUs. Once their tokens are over, then they will start buying it from the market. But so far, like what we have seen, like a lot of these earlier token holders are spending it into our network, which is quite good. Like it's quite cool to see is like how network
Mm.
can grow itself. So that's the area where I'm very bullish on. The second one is like again is more into stable coins and RWAs and all of these
Mm.
reason. The reason because everyone is going to be like at a certain point of time these bubbles are going to be like not mostly entertaining. Then you need something real world asset or some kind of a thing to make you like feel alive, where you feel connected to something that your money is being invested into to build some building or to build some farms, to build some solar panels or to build some robotics or to something like where your money is going to be like flowed into. And I think
Yeah.
that's the second area where I'm very much excited about.
Cool. Cool. I've got a question actually, and you're probably going to laugh at what happened. Obviously, when we had the last AI pump, but I'm pretty sure like 99% of the projects, the AI projects. I don't know if you remember, maybe 6 months ago, I think it was. It was like AI
Hmm.
season, but every single AI project I was looking at, none of them were AI projects. They just said they're doing this, they're doing that, and then when you looked at it, it was just hype. People were just doing something and then calling it AI, right?
Yeah.
What was your thought on that when you saw? Do you remember that when we went through that little AI pump when everything AI and there's probably only maybe a couple of actual proper AI projects do like that were within that pump, but all of the other ones weren't even AI projects. What was your thoughts on that? And what's your opinion?
I think it's the nature of crypto, right? It's the nature of our industry
Mm,
where hype gets more attention than the real products. Um,
100%.
and like I have seen it, I have witnessed it after launching this film. Like we spent 4+ years, and if you don't have crazy hype or you just don't try to lure people in something which is very shady or something like that, people are not going to like put in the capital.
Mm,
While all of this company, what they were doing is that I won't call them like they were doing bad or something like that by not building product, but at least they had some idea to build some product. Now
mm,
it's a global internet capital, like global money, right? So anyone can put in any money in any projects or whatever they like. So they were
mm,
smart enough to do it earlier, and they were
yeah.
able to farm as much money out from the market as possible. And now most of them are dead, or either they are dead or they're still figuring out like what to do next because every day there's new models which are popping up, and it's going to be very unsustainable for any team who is not AI native by default or they don't
Mm,
understand AI to keep burning money. I've seen teams burning $40,000 per month in just GPU spending without even
mm,
knowing like what they are doing. It's insane amount of money, like for a very small amount for a very small team. So just imagine any pre-seed round which is happening, if it is happening around 1 million, you are just going to burn all your capital into just GPUs, right? Just forget
mm,
about hiring team members or anything like that. If you don't have any clue or idea about how AI functions and how the cost optimization and everything, and which most team isn't, because there are very few AI domain expertise or GPU expertise people into the space, into the world. Not
mm,
everyone has the knowledge, and even if you try to get the knowledge, you will end up in the having the same knowledge which general audience have. So you won't be able
mm,
to sustain or optimize the cost a lot. So that's one thing. But now what we are seeing is that there are some amazing cool products like which are popping up. which has a product at least. For example,
Mm,
there is a very good innovation happened in the DeFi ecosystem where people used AI for I don't like if they use AI or not because their code is not open source. We can't even tell that. But they claim to like use AI or something, some sort of to yield optimize, to do the yield optimization and everything, which is honestly which doesn't require AI. It just requires a
mm,
normal bot, which basically can do it on a very minimal AI integration. I still want to see a very good AI project. I would recommend if your community wants, they can check out skynetxbt.ai. What they have built is a full stack AI where every node becomes the AI itself. So, for
mm,
example, let's say I have my Telegram bot. I built my Telegram bot. I want that bot to become my idea bot, right? So it whenever I have some idea, I just put that into that bot, and that bot basically extend and overextend that idea. What I just put down, and it keeps that idea into one of my Excel sheet or wherever I want to store that idea. Very simple
mm.
idea, right? But it has an intelligence of AI added by default, where AI is used to extend your idea, right? To do something which you
So
were
it's not
not
just
able
for
to do.
storage.
Yeah,
It
it is not just for
ultimately gives
storage.
you. Okay,
Yeah,
fine, fine. So all right. So say I put my thought into the bot. Does it
yeah.
learn over time, or does it each thought it tries to
You
then
can you can
expand
build
on
it
that?
like that. So it can you can build it like that. So you can make it. That's what Scannet XBT does. Like it basically allows you to build your own flows. It's like build your
Mm,
own mind structure or build your own flow structure. And once you build
mm,
your flow structure, you just give a command and it just keeps on doing that on daily
mm,
basis. So if you make it like self-learn it can do that. If you want to make it like just simple bot where I just want to type in, it should be done. Or
mm,
there's a simple bot which takes multiple data sources and
mm,
execute a trade on behalf of that data sources, right? So ultimately, the down the line, the game is going to be mostly around the data sources. So the more data anyone can acquire, the better they are really positioned in the market, at least like on the
mm,
capital market, because capital market is driven by data. It's not driven by anything else. Like
mm,
it's a high emotional intelligence and everything, right? And then capital flow in, flow out, all of those things. Once you combine together, you will understand the depth which what is going to be happening next. At least you
mm,
can predict something. Even if your prediction is 60% right, you will still make like you will be still with the winner into the
mm.
market.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like mostly now it's gonna be like mostly who is gonna acquire this data and who is gonna be
Mm,
able to put this data in a very very right format so that they can capitalize on this data by either placing a trade in the open market or buying a stock in penny stocks or doing tons of other thing, right? Even in the crypto also, right? Even if I want to buy a bunch of crypto today, like I don't have clue about like who the team is, how long they have been into the space, shall I trust
this is
on
the
them or
biggest
not?
problem.
That's the
Mm,
biggest problem, and that has always been the problem, right? Now with imagine you have a lot of these data sources all connected together, you combine them together, you ask me like, tell me how long this team has been linked. Does this team even have some legal entity or not? Right? Because a lot of
mm,
this team I have seen like they don't even have legal entities and they start
yeah.
operating. Um, so all of these things can be like combined together, build more trust over the time because AI is gonna create a society in which the trust is gonna be going to zero, right?
Mm,
On anyone. Like it's and to build the trust, you need data
yeah.
on anyone.
This I
And those
think is
data
the
has to be
most.
solid.
This I think is the most confusing thing that I've never got my head around in crypto is people investing in projects when they don't know the team, the project doesn't have any utility, and they're just literally putting their money in something that can go to zero at any time. And I've done it myself because I've found out information or something, or in terms of insider stuff, right? I mean, when you're heavy in crypto, you hear insider stuff, but I just don't get how people like retail, they come into crypto and they just buy purely off hype. Because would you do that in a stock market, or would you go and buy a company, for example, a Web2 business, and just buy it without looking at the accounts or knowing who the owner is or something, and just give them money for the business? You don't know what's going on in the inside. So it's always confused me about crypto, but that's probably where I've come heavily from Web 2. I've had my own businesses since I was 19 years old. I'm 34 now. And then into Web 3, and you realize the space is very, very different to kind
Yeah.
of Web 2. It's like a bit retarded, if I'm being honest. Like, you got the really good people that are building amazing tech, doing really cool things. And then you got the other side of it where there's a lot of bad actors, there's a lot of bad projects, there's a lot of manipulation, scams, and this and that. And obviously with this project GROT, we're trying to clear it up as much as possible and kind of do a project different from how anyone else has done it in terms of the meme side of things, because we're not just a meme. We've obviously got the utilities and the tech behind it and the tools. And now it's just about building those partnerships, really bringing it to market, the different tools that can help people, like the sniper bot can help people get entries, the deck
Yeah.
screen, it can help people, give people the help newbies given the information and stuff, and the educational side of things. So that's really what we're kind of trying to work on, because I've never really got my head around kind of crypto and how people just willingly put their money into stuff and watch it go to zero. Like I just
It's
don't get it.
I think it's because of lack of information. So we call it information arbitrage. So a lot of
Mm,
people use this information arbitrage to sell retail something which is not true. And again, it's a startup ecosystem. What I always tell is that crypto is, if you look at crypto or any startup, every crypto project is a startup, right? The chances for them going down is 99%, right? So
100%.
it's
Or
like
90.
it's like 99% that startup is gonna be failing, because if out of those 100%, 100% is gonna win, then the world will be different altogether. Like everyone will
Mm,
be Elon Musk,
mm,
or everyone will be someone else, right? So, and we don't have that much capital also to like support all the 100. So
mm,
99%, 98%, they're gonna fail. But the problem is that even if you're failing, so I have always been raising my voice around few things, is that even if we fail, the fail should look like a fail. It should not look like a scam. Okay,
mm,
when I say that, it basically means that you fought for it. You promised the product, you delivered the product. It did not work out. That's a different story, right?
mm,
That's different. There was a problem in distribution. That's fine. Like it can be, you will learn. You will come back. You will build again. But when you just come and you don't build anything, and then
mm,
you just straightforward launch a token and just pull that plug off, like I got my
mm,
money now. Let's run away from this place. All these
mm,
retailers are like, again, what the fuck? Like I just lost my another dollar or $10, which is nothing for them, but combined together with global money, it's a lot. Imagine like 10,000 people, $10 in a project. It's like a lot of capital for somebody
mm,
who doesn't know a shit, and he just came here and started building the project, right? And just naming,
mm,
just for the namesake, building and started building the project. So I think
mm,
that's very important. Um, and I believe it's going to take a lot of time to improve it in crypto, because the scale is big, the reach is big. Everyone speaks different languages around the globe and the world, and
mm,
distributing the knowledge is going to be like very tricky. So it has to
mm,
be like, retail has to be given AI native systems where they can talk to in their native languages, and they
mm.
should be able to get the answer out if they should put the money into this project or not, rather than like
100%.
making everything
It will
in
be
one
good to
language.
see that day, and hopefully we see it soon, right? And
Yeah,
like last cycle, I thought crypto was getting kind of too centralized, and then coming into this cycle, I thought the same. And then after Pump Fund launched, I think the best thing for crypto is to get as centralized and as regulated as possible. Um, because it's just there's so many people. It's too easy for people to come in, launch a token,
yeah,
create a fake hype, and then you look at all of these tokens, like especially the celeb tokens, where they've got a massive platform of like hundreds of millions of people, tens of millions of people, and they can literally post a token on their Twitter or their Instagram or something, and they can rug literally within a couple of minutes for a few $1 million, and it's happened multiple times. So I feel like when the space gets even more centralized and regulated, I think it's only going to be good for crypto.
yeah, yeah. I think some kind of rules, laws, or something has to be in place to ensure that even if you're launching a token, you have to deliver what you have promised with that,
100%.
right? It should not be that you are just doing it for fun. Like fun is fine. Like it ultimately, all the token in the space is mean.
Mm,
That's how you cut. but at least those they are meme, but you are capitalizing on those token at certain points. So even Ethereum Foundation is doing that, Solana is doing that, everyone is doing it, right? So they are selling the token. That's the reason they are able to survive and do that. And who on whom they are selling it? They're selling it on institutions, retailers, and everyone. So they are
Mm,
essentially obligated to deliver what they have promised. Anyone
mm,
who's doing that. If they're not delivering anything, then there has to be some certain kind of laws which has to be in place, right?
mm,
Um, and and if they have not delivered, there has to be certain like public like way we have done it, like it's Spheron.
mm,
So at Spheron, we recently did one very good trial around DAO and governance and everything. I know in crypto we have lost this word long back. So we said like to our community, anyone who holds the Spheron token, no need to like have a massive amount of token or anything like that. We have a
mm,
Discord community. You join Discord community, you have a dedicated channel for you where you can be the part of it. We rolled out a proposal where we bought around 0.65% of total supply of from one of our GP providers. And
mm,
we told community, you know what, this is your token now.
mm.
Whatever you are gonna decide, we are gonna do that.
Yeah.
We floated one thing from our side by saying that we are gonna burn everything. But few community members came in and they said like, you know what, let's not burn everything. Let's put
Mm,
in some to our future growth, some here, some there, or
mm,
this is how it has to be. Then there were people like who started communicating, and it really shaped it quite well. And we ended up in reducing from 0.6 to 0.4 to burn, and
mm,
remaining zero point 0.2, we are going to be like using it to incentivize airdrome holders, staking
mm,
rewards, new GPU providers who are joining, incentives for them, which is good, right? So
mm,
that's how it has to be done. Like if even accountability has to be brought in, and slowly we are also working toward and hard. We are working very hard to make it more community driven and decentralized on the
mm.
token side also, like so that everyone become responsible for what is happening.
100%. I think the most important thing, and it sounds a bit cliche because everyone says it, but they don't really, not many people mean it. But I think the most important thing, no matter what your project is, whether it's kind of like what we're doing with GROT or whether with your AI project, I think the most important thing is community. Like when you have a
Yeah.
community and you have supporters behind you, that's really what drives a project. So that's why what we're focusing on massively is building what we say we're going to build, which is already coming to market, and then secondly, community. Like I think community is so important. In regards to Severe on them, obviously we've got the GPUs, we're doing the partnership. You're going to be helping on the back end with the data and with obviously our own version of Deck Screen that we're building. Is there anything in your project that, in terms of you can show or the community can do or anything like, or is it more like business to business and kind of more the data side of things?
No, anything like from the community angle, like if you have any community has a laptop or anything like that, which is powerful, they can become the part of our community as well, and they can basically sell that computing power to somebody else. But again, it's going to be a little tricky and tricky to like if they're not, they should have at least basic understanding. And now for the basic understanding, you can always go and use Gemini or any of the AI tools out there to understand like what basically we are asking, and that's how you can be the part of it. The second
Mm,
way to become the part of the community is that like we have this ecosystem, amazing ecosystem projects which are being built. You can be the part of those as well, where you can hang around. For example, we have a project called Scanner XBT also what was one of, but they kind of like became their own as a project because the project was quite good and we wanted to make it open source. So they spawned off from us and they start building. So that's one of the place people can just go play around. But it's more about like more little bit techie, I would say. Like you need to have some sort of a business which you want to take it out of it. Um, Fun side, we are still figuring it out, man. Like how we can how we can give more. Okay, yeah, so there's one fun project which everyone can use. Forgot this one. It uses Spheron's GPU infrastructure. It is called clippyai.com. Okay. And what you can do here is like you can go ahead and start generating videos. And what you can also do, you can publish that videos on Zora. And you guys, everyone must be knowing that Base is going to be having a token soon. So go ahead and start launching your coin on Zora via this one, so that it becomes maybe some of you could become eligible for having your token getting the base drop as well. Again, it's not clear, but that's what they have claimed. So you can go
So
to
sorry,
you can sign it.
what is this?
So it basically allows you to generate videos. So imagine you can go to Explore, click on Explore once. Yeah. So so these are the videos which has been so it will get loaded. These are the videos which has been generated by people. So for example, see there's a carpet videos somebody is generating. So there is a business which is selling carpets. So they are generating these augmented reality videos. Um, and then you can generate all of this video. Like you can upload your own dedicated image and generate videos. You can do tons of things around it. So and one more thing which we have done is, so see, I mean, and people have different creativities, right? So they are coming up with their own creative ideas by saying, hey, you know what, just make this guy fly, or do this, do that, or you know what, just generate me this image. And once you're done generating it, you can publish your token around your videos.
This is pretty cool. So just for example, I could upload a picture of me and then
Yeah,
say like Godzilla in the background or something,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
will come
something
up
like
in
that.
that kind of video.
Yeah, you'll come in that kind of video. So you can go up a little bit, go up. Yeah, so there is a AI image studio. You can click on that. And what you can do, you can upload many different images. So one, two, three, five, six, seven, whatever angle of image, videos, photos you have of yours, and then ask it to dress you up in a some formal suit, or put you in a ramp walk, or do something. So it will create one image for you. Now, once that image is created, you pass that image to the video studio. So on top there is a video one. So it will pass it to the image to video. So once you pass it to the image to video, then you can generate your walking movement by saying that, hey, put a background into my behind me, or do this, do that. You can basically play around with that. And
Okay,
then
amazing.
once you're done doing with all of these things and you are happy, you can also go ahead and launch your own token for your video.
What on the site you can do it?
Yeah. So
Okay,
it will show
wow.
you up. It will show you. I can share a screen and show you, because I might be having, but once you generate it, it will basically show you. And not only that, you can also sell your prompts. So if you have a specific prompt which you have created, you can also sell the prompts, because
Yeah,
prompts are the keys for anything. So
I'm definitely
you
going
can
to play
have you
around
can
with this.
it's fun, man. Like we helped one company to
Yeah,
save. So there was AI agent, like there was a video agency which was costing them $5,000 for generating 10 to 15 videos. We helped that company to generate the same amount of videos in just spending $200.
yeah,
So, so it's
yeah,
very cost effective. It's very fun for
yeah.
community also to play around. Um, yeah, but again, it's a lot of this compute and a lot of hosting and everything is done on Spheron.
Yeah. Cool. Is it a bit like VO? Is it VO? Um,
Yeah, Veo is also integrated. Veo is not integrated into it, but
yeah.
similar to Veo. Like there's a another company called Sedans. We have
Mm.
partnership with them, and then there's one more open source model called WAM, which is also there. So there are a couple of models which used.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to play about this. Guys, I'm going to put the link to it's called clippyai.com, but I'll put the link in the video description after it uploads onto YouTube, along with Spheron's links as well. So Prashan, obviously, I'm super excited for what we're going to be doing, obviously, with the projects and kind of the partnership a bit. Is there anything that you want to say to anyone watching in regards to Spheron, the partnership, or just kind of anything at all?
Yeah, I'm super excited for our partnership. Again, as I said, the reason is because what you guys are building, it resonates with what we support. And would love to kind of like bring our imaginations, our infra to the community to leverage it at scale, not only just to save the cost, but also it's going to be more of a decentralized kind of feeling when you start using, even people will start using your product. So it's really fun to see. And then we have amazing product also in our side where we have a natural collaboration not only with Spheron network, but we have a
Mm,
natural collaboration which can build with all these side projects which we already have. So
mm,
imagine if any one of them will become $1 billion tomorrow. Right? So it's a startup, as I said. Like you build 100 startups, 99 will fail, one will succeed. Maybe
mm,
that one is powered by your APIs, right?
mm.
So that's what we'll be more excited to kind of work with you guys. I'm super excited what you guys are doing.
100%. Do you know what? Like, I've been in the crypto space for a while, and you have as well. We're just trying to do something different. It's kind of there's a lot of people launching projects. Most of the projects don't make sense. Most of the projects aren't retail focused either. So we're just trying to do something kind of half meme because obviously the name and stuff and the content's really good that's coming out, but also something that is sustainable, that is easier for you new users to basically come in. Because when you come into crypto, you don't know how to use anything, right? Even the sniper bots, we're making it very, very basic. There's going to be loads of upgrades and stuff on it as well. New features added. We're going to have the educational side of things. We're going to have the deck screener, which is going to be broken down into different sections, very easy to use. We want the project to have one of the biggest communities within the crypto space and also be user friendly for your normie that's coming into crypto, doesn't know anything, and we can supply the tools to give them the best possible chance of success.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the vision behind it, and we're doing it through the get rich or die trying movement, because with that, it's like whenever anyone's born, like say you're born, everyone goes to work, everyone tries to get rich or they die trying, right? So we thought it's
Yeah.
very relatable. So we're going to have it kind of that concept, but it's deeper than that. And it's more helping people, helping new people, the educational side of things, the tools, and all
I
of the
think I
community.
love that. I love that name, honestly. The name which you guys have given.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's very
Get
relatable
rich
to
or
everything.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun one way, and the other way is that it's also good to see that you guys are putting effort into like making it happen. So I was
Mm,
just trying to buy GODRT now, and then I think I bought it also a little bit. So I'm also now GODRT holder.
amazing,
Going
thank
forward,
you.
I'm not gonna sell it, by the way, just for everyone's knowledge, because when I believe in, I just believe in. Either it goes to zero or it goes to millions. So
No, it can't go to zero. We're gonna look. Crypto's crypto. We don't know what's gonna happen, right? But we're very
yeah,
focused on making this work. We've got a solid team. We now got you as a partner as well. And we're creating so much noise and focusing on the community that is only going to do well. We're just
yeah,
thinking positive. We're building a lot as well at the moment, which is only going to grow and grow and grow, which I think would be amazing for the success of the project.
it's an amazing. It would be amazing for me. Like
Yeah.
I just got in.
Hopefully we do
So this is
100x.
this. Yeah, I'm looking for 100 and 1000x down the line. So that
Yeah.
that's what is required. I think if community excited, everyone is excited, it will be like amazing to see like
Mm,
what you guys are building. And we are always here to support in infra point of view. You guys will not get bottlenecked. We can also do some cool stuff down the line with Spheron token also
mm,
with your community as you guys grow. And as we grow, as our collaboration goes more deeper, we'll be more than happy to do a lot of other things. But for now, let's build and let's
100%.
ship
100%.
things to community.
Thanks a lot, bro. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to put Spheron's links below. The video sometimes takes like half an hour to an hour to upload actually onto YouTube. So I'll be updating the description for all of the links for Spheron and GRODT, and also Clippy AI. Go and check it out. It's really, really cool platform. Prashant, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Look forward to our partnership and the success of both of the projects.
Yeah, same here, man. And kudos to you all you guys, and looking forward to work with you guys down the line as long as possible. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, bro. See you soon. Thanks a lot,
See you.
guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.